Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, thank you for coming today, for watching my video. So today I'm going to cook a quick meal for students or a young professional or anybody who doesn't have the luxury of time or who has time and doesn't want to spend ages in the kitchen. So, and I'm going to achieve this meal for under a fiver. And this meal can actually feed 2 to 3 people, depending on how hungry you are. Okay, so let's get started. I get the pan on. Oh, by the way, get your timer on and let's see how long this takes to cook. So get the pan on. Okay, let's crank the heat up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so imagine this is your supermarket or your cupboard, and this meal you are going to cook, you have some protein, some vegetables, and also some carbs, and some pulses for extra boost of vegetable. Or if you're vegetarian, how you can vary this dish. I'm going to show you in a moment. So first off, out of everything that we have on this table, assuming these are staples in your cupboard, so you just open your cupboard, you've come back from uni or work and you just want to whack in a quick meal, or a young mother who have kids coming back from school or just before they come back. Now, the main protein is the meatball. Okay, so this is quite a lot. There are 24 meatballs in here. You can imagine how many people this is going to feed. And if you even want to cut down the cost further, just buy a small pack rather than the big family size. Okay, especially if you are on your own or you have just 2 people to feed. And of course, you can cook everything and keep it in your fridge for another meal or in your freezer. Okay, so let's open this pack. And for the purpose of today, I'm just going to cook half of this to show you how you can achieve a healthy, nutritious meal in a short time and within a very small budget. So we have meatballs, and I have a combination of vegetable. You have onions, you have carrots, you have celery. This is one of my favorite products on the market. Okay, so there is 2, and the third ingredient is your rice noodles, which are already cooked. And again, if you are gluten free, you are eating gluten free, or you're cutting down on wheat or carbs generally, go for the rice noodles. Of course, you can swap it and use egg noodles instead. And also, if you want to make this super quick and no mess, no opening cans or cutting cartons or whatever, you can go for one of these. I'm not particularly advertising a brand, okay? That's just something I've used a few times. Or you can go for the passata, okay? This is the cheapest of them all. Or chopped tomato, and as well, I'm not advertising any brand. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th ingredient. And if you go for this one that says meatball or lasagna or bolognese, some of them already have spices in them. For instance, this one has tomatoes, tomato paste, onions, basil, salt, garlic, parsley, herbs, and spices. So you could go for this and use your own spices or just cook with this. Okay, now let's go for the oil. I have some avocado oil. I have basil, olive oil in basil, and also olive oil in oregano. So I'm going to use up what's left over of this, and I also have other oil, but today we're just going to go for any oil that you have in your cupboard, whether it is vegetable oil, good quality fat, like avocado oil, or even coconut oil. So that's what we're going for today. Now I'm just going to put the oil in. Okay, now this is the introduction to the cooking, and we're going to start the cooking now. One last thing, chickpeas. If you are a vegetarian or you just want something to prop up the volume and also to improve the nutrition. So we have chickpeas. So it's optional if you want to use it or not. I normally use it for my kids. Okay, so avocado oil in there. There's only a tiny bit left in this bottle, and I'm trying to use it all up. Let's see. Come on. That's it. It's all finished. Okay, good quality oil there. And I love the fact that there is basil already in this olive oil, and basil goes very well with meatball. Okay, so we got all of that out of the bottle as well. Let's move it aside. Now, half of this, you can either put that in straight away or let the oil get very hot before you toss in your meatball. So I'm just going to put them in half of the pack in here. So that's even half of the cost. Okay, so you have more in there for another meal or just cook it all. Okay, let's put the heat up, and now the heat is really coming right up. So the next thing, let's open that top if I can. Oh, there you go. All right, and also the vegetables, again, I'm going to use half of this, but you can use all of this basically, because whatever you put in this dish is going to be in there. Nutrition. So chickpeas, I'm going to use the chickpeas because I'm feeding my kids. Okay. So chickpeas, drain off the water or rinse it as well, or use it like that. Okay, so there we go. If you like spicy food, you might like to use some cracked pepper. There is some brand of habanero chili flakes. If you like more basil, use basil. Mix spices, whatever spice you want. But if you go for this or any of them at all, you can add more spices and herbs into this cooking. So let's see how this is going. The meatball in the pan, basically almost dry roasted, but not quite. Okay, so just to avoid the spitting of the oil from the pan, because it's almost like dry, so I'm putting a lid on, and you can open it again. You can reduce the heat if you like. I love to crank the heat up so the meat can get basically caramelized and nice and dark before I put any other ingredients into the cooking. So maybe in another couple of minutes you can have a look, add your vegetables and let it roast together, and then your tomato sauce, passata or chopped tomato, and of course some chickpeas, and in the end you can add your rice noodles. If you choose rice noodles that are not cooked, then you can just basically boil some water up and just dip them in hot water. Split second, more or less 1 minute in boiled water, your rice noodle is ready. You don't even have to cook it, just drop it in boiled water and then leave it for a minute or so, or even half a minute. Pour it into your colander. It's nice and soft. Okay, so but this is already cooked, and that is one of the strategies to cut down timing. It is cooked, there is no additives or anything in this, otherwise I won't pick that. Okay, now let's get the oven glove and have a quick look. Okay, that's sticking down. Okay, so I'm going to move closer now so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Putting some vegetable in. Okay, so we're using half of the pack of vegetables and mix it up together. a little bit of sea salt. Okay, so this is what the meatball and the vegetables are looking like. Looking really, really good. Okay. If you like your meatball texture nice and firm, you can let it roast up a little bit more. If you like it really, really soft, not too firm, little or no bite to it, you can add your tomatoes in earlier and let it cook in the sauce rather than dry roasting for a bit longer. Okay, so this is what it's looking like now. If you have time and you like it nice and well roasted, that's what you want to achieve, that brown color. Otherwise, whether you brown it or not, it's going to cook. Okay, now, so let's add this in. Basically, you got your sauce. Just add it in. There we go. You can also add a bit of liquid into your jar to get everything out of the jar. You're going to rinse the jar anyway for recycling. You might as well put it all in here. Waste not, want not. Okay, so on the next stage, let's put the chickpeas. I love chickpeas, so all the chickpeas are going in here, all in. There we go. And as I said, if you are vegetarian, you can omit the meat part, just use chickpeas. You can use silken tofu, caramelize it first as I did with the meatball. You can just use mixed beans or any other type of protein that you normally eat as a vegetarian. Okay, so if you like more herbs and spices, let's see what else you can add. As I said, there is some chili flakes in there for more kick. A little bit of chili. We like chili in this family. So there we go. And also be mindful, if you buy a jar, some of those jars might already have chili. So, all right. It's looking really, really good. Have a look. Look at that. That's what we've got. So we put the lid on and let this cook for another 5 minutes. And we come back to add the noodles. As I said, the bottom line is cutting down cooking time and achieving healthy meal that is cheap too. So this is going back in the fridge for another meal, and this is also going back in the fridge for another meal, or you could freeze it. You can break this meatball down and make me lasagna out of it. If you like lasagna or in bolognese, just fluff it with your fork when it's cooked or before you cook it. It goes back into a mincemeat and you can make all the different types of meals out of it. I'm putting the rice noodles in today, or noodles. Basically, it's like one pot dish that you can achieve within a few minutes of cooking. And of course, you can just finish off this as it is and serve it with pasta or with rice or couscous or any other type of carbohydrate that you normally eat your sauces with. But today is going to be one pot dish and it's all gone in the big bowl and you can just tuck in. You don't have to boil pasta on its own or separately or boil rice for today's meal. But this meatball stew can also go with a lot of other things, as I've said. So should we have a look and see what we've achieved so far? There we go. It's looking really, really yummy. Come with me for a closer look. Let's see what we've got. There we go. Now, it doesn't take long to cook meatballs. I guarantee this is already cooked. Now, a quick taster. Wow. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not kidding. I do not kid when it comes to cooking. Okay, now let's add this. Last but not the least, your carbs. Basically, adding some carbs. Depending on how many people you're feeding in your family or your mates, in your dorm or your flats, if you all eat together, I bet so many people will get a good portion out of this. And they will be happy too. And your pocket will be happy too. Okay? So, this is it. Getting really, really close to the end of this cooking now. Right, another taster, shall we? It's already ready. Okay, come on noodles, come to mommy. All right, let's get some sauce onto this noodle. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy, yummy. Now I think I'm going to switch off the pan now. It's all cooked. The heat of the pan. It's all cooked. Now, let's serve it up. Let's serve it up. Okay, so I have a plate here already. Right. There we go. This dinner is ready. Okay, so it's all cooked. It's all ready. Let's bring it out. If you have some herbs, some fresh herbs, some parsley, some coriander, you can basically add some onto this. Now I have this basil inside the olive oil, which I use in part of the cooking. So I'm just going to use the rest of the basil oil in this. Okay. So dinner is served. Let's just put some parsley. I love parsley, guys. I really love parsley. I can eat it on its own or put it in my smoothies sometimes. Okay, so this dinner is ready. And how long have we spent in cooking this? It's all ready. Let's talking. Thank you so much, guys, for watching my video today. I hope you really enjoy this. Let me know in the comments if you love this cooking. And basically, this is for students. The aim of this cooking is for students, obviously. We are all students for life. So please let me know if you want to cook something else as a student, if you have an idea of what you love to cook and you are not quite there, or you need tips, leave them down below and let me know, and I will surely do justice. I will try my best. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on your way out. This is it, my quick student meal under a fiver, feeding 3 or 4. If you go for portions like this, you can actually feed more from today's ingredients. So thanks for watching. Have a lovely day and take care of yourself as I talking into this yummy, delicious grub. Let's see.